Every major new technology brings with it a crisis. From World War I's death toll due to advances in weaponry far outweighing advances in armory, to the World Wide Web, where it is our opinions and our democracies under attack. Bookstores stock their shelves with new volumes of complaint targeted at big tech, yet they all painfully admit that they have no solution. There are solutions, but Silicon Valley won't give us one. There's simply too much money in task repetition. Governments have long recognized the need to know your people, and the census has been around in some form or another for at least 1,000 years. It's safe to assume that less information about people is not in the interests of government. There's only one group left: us. We've got to solve this, all of us. How we got here is quite simple to explain. After the dot-com bubble burst in the early noughts, Silicon Valley imagined an internet of people. They wanted to remove any friction to onboarding new users, and so they opted for an advertising revenue stream to be able to offer free services. They began creating detailed profiles about us, but something unexpected happened. They developed the ability to predict our behavior. They had the ability to know which ones of us could be nudged into which directions. Big data was born. I've no idea whether the inventors were making some reference to Orwell's Big Brother, but that's what it is. It's the TV screen that's watching us, watching it. And there's the solution. Two-way processing must go. This isn't just important for regaining control over our greatest asset, our own attention. It's mandatory to reduce the threat from the forthcoming AI revolution. We're being manipulated all the time, and for profit. We're in a dysfunctional relationship with the internet. If we can safely regain control over our own profiles by removing two-way processing, beautiful things can happen. We can safely contribute to scientific data sets. We can choose whether we want to pay for internet utilities or to receive ads. We'll be free to trade online without unnecessary middlemen. It would not mean an end to free services. It would just mean we have oversight on profiling and manipulation. It would not mean an end to online advertising. If anything, the advertisers will gain more control than big tech allows them to have. We've given away too much. The fact that we can't feel the loss doesn't mean we haven't lost. If you want to feel it, all the division we've experienced over the last few years is because of this. It began with Cambridge Analytica, and it hasn't ended just because they've shut their doors. There are millions of people like Nick's out there. Most of them are wealthy, and we need protecting from them. We're building an identity token that you generate independently and on demand. One token is very much like another unless there is a legal complaint. The purpose of the token is to bind you to the laws of your country and therefore protect others from your potential action. If you have one from someone, you can feel safe that they will at least follow their laws, but you cannot identify them again unless they want you to. Once that's been achieved, complete privacy with any service is possible. It's a civic tech project, and we can make it sustainable and free to all people for all time. It's self-funded, and I will personally continue to fund it for as long as necessary. If you would like to help, or just to get an idea of who I am, you can via Patreon. On our website, you can find details of the token. It begins with a solution written for the non-technical and ends with a technical description. This is the most pressing issue of our time. Other issues will not be solved without it. Our democracies and our independence of thought depends on finding a solution. The next video will be in 8 weeks when we will begin to build an economic model founded on privacy, trust, and the peer-to-peer sale of goods and services.